Hey there people, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be doing two videos. I have a little bit of fever today due to traveling last night. Earlier this night. Got a little bit fever. I feel a little bit, I don't know, something's wrong with the weather or something. So anyway, so I'll not look very upbeat or something like that. Okay, so I still am very excited to review, however, this fragrance I promised you. And this is going to be a big thanks to one of my dear brothers, Mr. Masud Bhai, who's owner of Perfume Center, who lent me his bottle. Okay. Few days back, you have seen me reviewing this one, Lacoste Original, which was a 2024 release, newer release, and it's in EDP concentration. I ended up buying this thinking this is a new look bottle of the original, which was released somewhere in 1984, 3 years after I was released. And to my disappointment, actually, I would say this fragrance has been totally reformulated, totally different fragrance. This is more of a sweet, spicy, lavenderish, cardamom. It's a modern day sweet, spicy perfume, which is good fragrance, nice bottle still. But this fragrance is not at all like what I wanted, to get. But still, however, nonetheless, this nice bottle. So, I finally have the other bottle, which is a small bottle, 30 ml. But this is the original. Okay, this is 1984 release. I don't think this is the 1984 version, but this is the smell. This is like before it got reformulated. So these are very hard to find, and these fragrances you will not be able to buy anymore in the shops, at least in the place where I live. But many of your countries, if you have, pick it up. This is going to be like $35-40 maybe. It's a good purchase. Another thing before I start reviewing, these are fragrances, like Sebastian Zara. I always say he is one of the most reputed, respectable YouTubers on fragrance community, fragrance reviewer, because he is such a down-to-earth person. He did review these fragrances. Please check them out. Okay, so if you're into fougere, green, citrusy, old school, mossy fragrances, check this one out. I'll compare them side by side. Okay, so as I said, 1984 release, and this fragrance I used to see when 2016-17 time. This one, Lacoste Booster, this older Lacoste fragrances, Style in Play, or Lacoste Red, or Lacoste Pour. These perfumes I would see everywhere in every single shop, and even if not so common, at least if I go around 10 shops, I'll see them in 5 or 6. Okay, so I wish I could have bought the bottle then, but then things get discontinued quickly and then disappear. So sad. So this is the packaging. Really beautiful green and white color combination. It's a small bottle. The bigger bottle, you would see the bottle is even more gorgeous than this one. So I don't know. I am asking him, Masud Bhai, to sell it to me, but I don't think he wants to sell it. He wants to keep it. And here's the cute little bottle. If you see them side by side, you'll see some differences. The older batch of the original, I was gonna get confused. Okay, the older one, basically the 80s one, it would have this white cap and this almost similar looking bottle, but the bottle would be a little bit different. But you can see the new one has this black cap. Both look great. Bottle wise, I have no issue. But this one, the OG Lacoste logo, the gator, looks great. And I do enjoy some of the other ones like Lacoste Essential as well. So this one is full actually. It is actually very nice that he has it in a very mint condition. So this is how this looks, and it's flimsy. Okay, atomizer looks like old school. Very beautiful. I'm not going to put it on me. I put it on the paper just 10 minutes back, and such a charming perfume. I'll still try to convince Masud Bhai that give it to me. Okay, if not sell it, give it to me as a gift. Okay, because this is precious to me, and I'll tell you why. So this one, the 80s one, obviously I don't remember all the notes. I'm not a notes breakdown guy, so I'll tell you the notes from Fragrantica: lime, lavender, bergamot, lemon, clary sage. Middle notes are basil, green notes, geranium, jasmine, carnation, galbanum, and the base you get oak moss, vetiver, cedar, musk, tonka bean, and amber. So this kind of notes breakdown you would only see somewhere like 70s, 80s, 90s powerhouses like Kouros, Lapidus Purom, or something like maybe Boucheron fragrances or Van Cleef & Arpels Purom, SAR, or what's the other one? YSL Jazz, Live Jazz. You know those, but mostly I just compared this with one fragrance that is very dear to me, which is called Pakuraban Purom. This fragrance is now getting very hard to find in Bangladesh, and this is getting very expensive. Okay, So this perfume, why is it special? Before this, I know this one before this. So let me tell you why about this one. Then I'll tell you why I like this one. When I got this in 2016 or something, Pakarapan Purom instantly became my favorite perfume, like Fahrenheit, Azaro Purom, some of the other ones, and those fragrances are not easy to pull off. Usually I am very big fan of citruses, lemony, easy going like Versace Purom or something like those, because I live in a warm country, like maybe Malaysia, Bangladesh, wherever I lived. I need genuinely like freshies. And when you see the fragrance a bit too heavy, maybe sometimes you don't reach for it that much. So Pakarapan Puram is such a beautiful fragrance for outdoors, like the green fragrance for outdoors, if you're going near the nature, still is great. It's great longevity, crazy performance. And this one has green, vanilla, oak moss, a lot of these other things. So basically it's a green, like you can say almost barbershop fragrance, which is very long lasting. So especially better in colder months. So if you like that one, fragrance style like that, this is going to be very much your style. Okay, this is like aromatic fougere barbershop style with a lot of old school citruses, similar citruses they used in Pakarapan Puram, very very similar. But this one, it's not as harsh, or how to say, what's the word, like harsh and raw greenness like polo green. This is more polished version. And if you just thinking how is it polished, if it's like oak moss heavy and everything, it is polished in a way they introduce so much more citruses, lemon, and then the basil, those greenness makes it sort of like herbaceous green. It's more wearable, very very gentlemanly, sophisticated, mature fragrance for mature men, people who used to wear I would say was that aftershave, Old Spice, think of them, Siki Obsession, they would be wearing this. So Zino Davidoff, another fragrance comes to mind. So this is for us, oldies like us, this is a great fragrance. But however, this is the catch. If you're younger and if you tried both the versions, and I'm pretty much sure you're gonna pick the new one, the EDP version. This is the ED or the toilet. I think this one would be bigger bottle, 125 ml, maybe. I'm not sure, maybe 100 or 125. Doesn't matter. Either way, the EDT, it's more leaning towards mature crowd. This is more linear, leaning towards the younger folks. If you like platinum, like what is the Mont Blanc Explorer Platinum kind of fragrances, La Nuit de l'Homme, kind of sweet, sweet, spicy, aromatic fragrance. This one also has a bit of lavender, but not like this. They're totally different perfumes. No correlation whatsoever. So before I finish rating and everything, okay, let me rate this. The performance of this is very good. Does not beat Pakarapan Puram for me, but pretty long lasting. Easily goes 7-8 hours longevity, 1 hour to almost 2 hours of projection on the shirt. But the Pakarapan Puram, which I've compared this to, this one is a sheer base. This one you don't need to reapply throughout the day. So performance was very very good, 8.5. Versatility, this one back in the days everybody wore throughout the year, so I would say pretty versatile, but it will be better in spring. Okay, age range, there's no age limit to any fragrance wearers, but this is a bit of mature men's fragrance. Okay, if you are the mature nose, you can go for it. So overall, like thinking of the whole thing, this is basically nostalgia. And I would not say the youngsters who run to the counters of Lacoste like, hey bro, I need this stuff. Joy Amin said this is the sexy thing, this is a sexy thing, but I don't think it's in style anymore. Maybe after 10 years or so, 5 years or so, the trends come back, like the bell bottom jeans, people, whatever they used to wear in 70s, the boots, cowboy boots, the, trends come back. This one can make a comeback, and maybe they'll re-release this as this same formulation. But it is a shame. Overall, I give this fragrance, by the way, 8.7 out of 10. I really like this. Let's say 8.5 out of 10. It's a good, great fragrance. Before I finish, why I'm not happy about this thing Lacoste did, two things. One thing is they changed the formulation without any release or news or whatever. Maybe they did, but we did not get to know. So some people who are like us, we have to blind buy stuff from overseas and ordered this thing, thinking the new version, the EDP, we don't know EDP or EDT. We ordered this for $50, $60. This cost me $50. And then we smell this and doesn't smell at all like what we remember back in the days. That is a disappointing thing. Second thing, they should have revealed or changed the bottle design or the name at least, because people would buy this thinking like, let's say Dior Intense, some connection, La Nuit de l'Homme, some connection, Le Mal, Ultra Male, some connection are there. There's absolutely no connection between these two apart from the name and the bottle. This is very deceiving, and if they did this to, sell some bottles or capture some markets, people will buy this and then tell. People are saying this on Fragrantica that this is not good. Okay, for people who liked it back in the days, this one they will want. They will not want the new version. Okay, so this is something I'll just give criticism. But apart from that, a great fragrance. I am very happy. I got to almost actually have this bottle for sale. If someone wants it in Bangladesh, you can knock me. I'm letting it go for very reasonable price, but I will not keep that one because it's just not my type of fragrance. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Let's do one more video, and then I have to do our breakfast, like sahur, for our iftar, not iftar, Ramadan, fasting month. I'm feeling a little bit, like under the energy. I took some medication, so trying to feel better, but I need some food before I go to sleep. So one more video, then we'll upload this. Take care.